So Jessica, last September 2017, had a strange infection in her head, which, long story short, left her completely paralyzed from the neck down. So she's got no movement, no feeling at all in her arms, hands, fingers, literally can't move anything. When she was in rehab at the Kennedy Krieger Institute up in Baltimore, one of the things that they worked with her, the occupational therapists and physical therapists worked with her on, is how she could start to interact again with computers and technology, because obviously that's a big part of our lives. Now they had shown her some of the I guess more conventional assistive technologies up at KKI, including like eye tracking devices, speech-to-text interfaces for driving the computer. Those were the main two things that they experimented with. For her, the eye tracking was problematic. She couldn't get it to focus right. It, requires the right distance from the screen, and just never got really comfortable with that. Her voice also is weak at times because she's got a permanent tracheostomy, and so even some of the speech recognition software didn't work perfectly for her in terms of being able to understand her breathy and intermittent speaking. So we heard about the NeuroNode through a neighbor, actually, and I immediately saw the potential for Jessica. Rob Wong came over and did a demo for her and did some experimentation, and we discovered that she had a site right here on her shoulder that worked great for the NeuroNode electrodes to be attached, and she could signal quite reliably, send an electrical signal quite reliably to that muscle. But where it's really made a huge difference for her is in being able to do anything online, browsing the internet, or checking her email, or sending texts, or looking something up, or even playing games. So that's where it's really been a game changer for her. When we first brought her home, anything she wanted to do on the computer required someone, either a friend or a family member, standing right by her, literally clicking for her. She'd say, click here, let's go here, let's go here. For anything, for checking her email, for looking at who was messaging her on Facebook. And so what having the NeuroNode has done for her is enabled her to be independent for literally hours at a time, and be able to work independently for hours at a time, which is great for her because she's not then waiting for the next friend or family member to show up and spend some time with her. But then for us as caregivers as well, to not feel like we have to have somebody by her side during every waking hour, or she'll have nothing to do. So she's not a big game player, but she does like Harry Potter, and she found a Harry Potter game that she likes to play with her little sister, and so I caught her doing that by herself the other day. The other day I had about a half hour to spend with her, and I went into a room and said, "What do you want to do?" And we thought for a minute. We said, "Oh, how about that game that your friend Joanna was playing with you the other day on her iPad?" She was like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." And before I could even walk around to her side of the table and offer to help get this game, she'd already gone to the App Store, found the game, and started the download, literally in those few seconds that it took me to walk up to her. And it wasn't even a second thought. Of course, she was just going to download the game herself and start it up for us, which, I took a step back and thought, wow, that's a big change from even where we were just a couple of months ago of needing to do everything for her. The NeuroNode has been a game changer for Jessica. She was skeptical at first, but I don't know what she would do without it now, even for a day. So the folks at Control Bionics, Rob and James and Peter and others, have reached out personally and really made us feel like they have a vested interest in helping Jessica succeed in life. Rob Wong, after he got to know Jessica and understand her, a little bit of her history, offered to donate a NeuroNode unit to the Kennedy Krieger Institute, where Jessica did her inpatient and where she continues to do outpatient rehabilitation. And since it's worked so well for Jessica, I know that there's plenty of other patients up there that would get a lot of benefit out of learning about this technology. So we're excited in that sense as well, if we can make that happen, get one of those units donated to Kennedy Krieger. The greatest thing about the NeuroNode has been giving Jessica a degree of independence that she had lost, and being able to even get some of that independence back has meant a lot to her, and I'm very grateful.